So, in one of my previous videos, I was trying to replace this molding, and was trying to shove it in there, and I ended up cracking it up here pretty good. And it split right there, and then it split all the way down to here. That is directly in my line of sight. So, after doing a bunch of research and going to the junkyard and trying to pull one, didn't work. Kept cracking them. Went to the shop up the street, and they sold me one for $104.50 after tax. Beautiful brand new glass. I think it has a bit of a bluish green hue to it. You can see the difference in the blues of the blanket versus the blue in the thing. But yeah, it fits quite snugly. I've got about 15 moving blankets in here, but you can see it just barely fit. Well, not just barely. It's a little slid to this side, but I've got a good 6 inches on that side. So you can definitely get a windshield in here if you care. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to back the car out a little bit and swap this out. I got some suction cups, I got a chisel, probably gonna end up sharpening it a little bit more. The 3M glue, extra quick. Got the single step primer with the daubers for them here. A little bit of glass cleaner. I started this project because I got myself a dash cam. I didn't want to put it on just yet because I wanted to wait until the windshield, and after like 2 weeks I'm like, I want to put this dash cam in. So here I am. Got a new windshield. So what I'm going to do is lift up the lid here, take off the cowling and the windshield wipers and the old molding, back the car out a little bit so I got a little bit of room to work over here, set up a stand and get the glass out there. So I guess I'll come back when that's ready. Alright, so I got the cowlings off, windshield wipers, I got the moldings all off. So now I'm going to take my ripping tool I have yonder here, all set up from yesterday. This thing is actually really nice. I did an unboxing on it. I'll probably post that later. Really enjoy this one. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and rip this guy out, see where that leaves us. Alright, so I've got it ripped all the way around. I tried to use, it came with the paddles that just clip into this thing, but I can't really get in there all that well, and I don't have like a sawzall, so I can't like attach it to a sawzall to get it to, let alone the special lube, which nobody on the internet tells you what it is. I think it's just oil and water, but whatever. So I was trying to rip this, and it's so hard, and then on that side over there, I used a little utility knife and just cut. You can see how it sticks out there, the rubber comes out. If you put that and you cut that down along the window edge, then the edge of this thing has no, it doesn't have to work through all that marshmallowed out blah blah blah, so it can just sit in the edge of your cut and it just perfectly pulls it across. So just run a line right down the fatty part and then just wedge that guy in there and then pull. It should be pretty quick. Other than that, yeah, I almost got this thing out. What's the name of this game? It's called I Win. Oh, a lot of cracks. Let's see if I can get a better view here. Oh, the crack. I really messed this thing up getting it out. I don't really care, obviously, but definitely got quite a few cracks in there. But it's out majoritively in one piece. Here you can see all the cracks. Yeah, I kind of just started wedging away at it, seeing what I could get done. Just getting it off. But there it is. She's off there. We're gonna go around, clean this up nice and good, get all these leaf remnant dirt from 1990 on off of there, and go ahead and use my chisel. This is the parts I had the most problem with. Obviously you can see there's still windshield remnant there. These are spacers to hold the windshield at the correct height. I didn't want to mess with them at all, so I was trying to get around them. You can see how I kind of came at it from like a lot of different angles there. But all in all, it's not too dirty. There's definitely a good sized bead on here. I'm kind of worried one tube isn't going to be enough, but they don't sell it anywhere near me, and I'm not driving like this. So there's that. Windshield is out. Bing! Okay, so I got a little bit of this off. I just want to take a second. So what I've done is pretty much just kind of shaved it down as close as I could to the body without actually getting to the body. Obviously there's a bunch of spots where I'm back down to the body again. But I'm literally just taking off little thin sheets, little pieces. A few things right off the bat. Definitely want to have some good hardcore gloves. If not for the little bit of glass, then if you hit something, you know, a little bit, if you're pushing and you go, and you hit something, because I just nailed the bottom of my hand, and if I didn't have gloves on, I would have been killed. Secondly, safety goggles. Very, very helpful, especially with the tiny little shards. I've already got a couple times here where it's almost got me really good. Second of all, this thing came extremely sharp. I really like it. It was like $9 on Amazon. Next day, obviously, forged wood chisel. Whatever. This thing came and it's pretty awesome. KC Pro. I got the 1-inch. With the 1-inch, I had to move this. I had to take the moulding, just unclipped it, push it aside. It wouldn't quite fit. It's like 3/4 of an inch one would fit a lot better. But the bead on most of this stuff is like 1 inch, so it just comes right off if you. But these came really sharp. Excellent, excellent tool. I'm enjoying this one. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going around. I still have the top and then this side to do. And I can do some actual cleaning. I tried to clean, but that thing is so loud. It's like an air siren. It's like an actual tornado air siren. It's insane, and it doesn't suck at all. So there's no suction power to it. I mean, it totally sucks. This thing, like Husky, I think they're like $30 at Home Depot. Just don't even bother. Don't even bother. Go to a pawn shop, spend $100 on like a nice $500 one or something. That's probably my next step. But I don't need to shop back very much. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this top part off and this side, and then yeah, come back to there. Okay, so I got this all nice and cleaned up, nice and leveled out. Got all the glass shards wiped away pretty good. Getting ready to pull the glass out and prep it. I've come up with this system. I'm gonna put some moving blankets down and then weigh it down. So it should be able to kind of arch in there. Nice, I'm gonna put one blanket right here and then another 2 on that side. See if I can't get some glass on there perfectly. There it is. It's on there. Woohoo! Yeah, that'll work, right? And so now that I got all the stickers off and all that stuff, all the tape and the protective gear and whatnot, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. Got some glass cleaner foaming. Got my nice microfiber towel from Amazon Basics. These are really nice, by the way. Very big too. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, get it ready to throw some primer on there. Alright, so I went ahead, got it nice and clean all the way around, got rid of all the adhesive marks, all the grease and all that. Make sure there's no thumbprints or anything of that nature. See, it's nice and clean. There's no smudge marks or any of that. So now I'm going to use my little dauber here. I don't know, there it is. And then get some of this single step primer along the black parts where the RVC or whatever it is, PVC, what is PCV, and then also on the black parts here, any part there's paint, I want to make sure I get plenty on the paint, but I'm also putting it onto the thing because it is a primer and adhesive promoter. So I'm gonna double go back around, make sure this is extra clean, and then yeah, put this stuff on both those using those little guys right there. Very high quality actually, so that's where I'm going now. Gloves, definitely use gloves. I like to double them up, that way if I get a bunch on one I can just peel it right off and then I got a fresh one underneath. Alright, so I went ahead and got these guys. Immediately after I put it on, it started draining inward. I tried to wipe it off. I think the best is to go very lightly at first. This stuff is pretty wet. It's not like spray paint, it's like watered down spray paint is the consistency of it, so it wants to run right away, but it dries super fast. So if you do spill it on your windshield like I did, don't try and wipe it off with like window cleaner. I put window cleaner on a napkin and tried to wipe it off, and it didn't really do much. It got it a little bit, but I feel like just let it dry and then hit a razor blade up to the black part. And that should be good. I used the entire bottle. I kept going back around and around. Just nice and getting it in there. Make sure you get it into the very back corner, because that's where I didn't have any rust in there, which is nice. I can't remember if I took care of that when I broke the windshield in the first place, the molding or whatnot. But yeah, make sure you get way down in there. So I'm just gonna let this continue to dry for a little bit, probably 20 minutes. I got my molding that I'm gonna go grab from the heater. It's on the sitting literally on the heater as the house heats up. So hopefully that'll be nice and warm and pliable, and I can throw it on here. Then take a little break, maybe. Woo! Got the molding on. Alright. Looking good. Not exactly sure what it looks like from the front, but I know it's good installed from the back. There's a hard plastic ridge that it goes into. I had to use my heat gun to just even get it started. It was brutal. The sides are loose. There's no tape on the inside of the things. There's tape on the inside of the top piece here, but there isn't tape on the inside of these. This is just like a foam strip. It's not even like sticky, so I'll peel those off in a second. Basically, that's ready to go. That's almost ready to go. I'm gonna prep up my caulking here. I got the OEM strength fast curing 3M. It was like 22 bucks next to Amazon, something like that. So I'm gonna get that all ready to go, and yeah, maybe even start it. All right, looks like I'm caulked and loaded, ready to go ahead and lay out a nice bead on this guy. All clean and dry. That thing's on. I don't think it's getting any closer to me doing this, so whew. Guess maybe I should get my suction cups ready, huh? Maybe flip the, I don't know, figure something out. I'm gonna figure something out, but yeah. Well, it's on there. It's got a little bit of spring to it still. I might have put too much on there, not entirely sure. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this to sit. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/6 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of play in it, which is all right. I'm cool with that. Obviously I have quite a bit of spillage towards the bottom. That's where the thickest of the OEM stuff was, so that's where I put the most on. Got some of my hands after like pulling off both gloves. Still got some of my hands. So maybe 3 gloves for you? I don't know. But I got some cleanup to do. Nothing big, nothing crazy. Overall, I'm extremely pleased. I also got a sling so I can pat myself on the back without hurting myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, give myself a pat on the back, because I think I did a pretty freaking good job in this. I mean, for having absolutely no idea what I'm doing and giving it a shot. Aside from driving down the freeway and it flying off, I think it's pretty much on there. Like I said, I got a bit of a gap here. I don't think this windshield, I think it's supposed to fit. Well, the sedan windshields from 88 through 91, the 4-door sedans, are supposed to be all the same. It's like 20 different vehicles. The DX, the LX, and the EX. 88 and 89, there was no EX, but they're all the same windshield apparently. So I think they make them a little, I don't know anything about windshields and how they make them. All I know is I bought this one and it fits. It's pretty much on there. It fits good. The suction cup, I was afraid it wouldn't work. I was using it off to the side, trying to get it on there. Well, I had it laying over there. I was kind of trying to stick it upside down. It wasn't working at all, and I almost gave up on them. Then I brought the glass, flipped it over, and put it right here. And tried it again. Sure as shoot, fit right on there, sucked right on. Good hold. Good hold on it. I might try and clean it up, try and return it, because they're like 40 bucks for the set. So I might try and give it a shot, see if I can't return it. But because I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. Or I might, I don't know. I got the tools for it, so I might as well just keep them, I guess. So yeah, that is my rendition of doing a windshield. I guess now I'm just going to let it calm. This stuff is the quick drying, so it's supposed to... What the hell is that guy doing? It's the quick drying, so it should be ready within an hour. Throw a little extra tape on there, but these clips here are going to keep it pretty much in place, so I don't really have to worry about taping it up or holding it down or whatever. I've seen some other videos that they don't have these clips here, these leveling clips. I didn't want to mess with them because they're set at OEM standards, and it seems to be a pretty good height. Some spots I'm going to have to go back and repaint my car. You can see the white underneath here. Yeah, aside from that, it's flipping in there. I'm absolutely amazed with myself, honestly. It's one of the scariest things I think I've ever done. Rebuilding transmission, no problem. Swapping engines, no problem. Windshield, problem. Like I said with this thing, I thought I knew what I was doing. Broke 2 at the junkyard. Broke the hell out of this one. So, you know, what can I say? Unless you know what you're doing, just buy a new piece of glass. Because I'm in Seattle. If you guys are in the Pacific Northwest, I definitely suggest these guys. USA Auto Glass and Battery. 150th in Bothell. They even let me split it. Put 90 on one card and 1488 on the other. That was my damage for a brand new windshield. And it was a lot stronger than I thought. Messing around with them at the things or whatever, I thought for sure they'd be super fragile, you know, but I mean they are super fragile, especially around the edge. If you're gonna rip your own, I suggest ripping it to about here. Any farther down, it starts to pinch, and you're gonna pop the glass. So if you do go to the junkyard and do this, go ahead, rip it down to like there, and then use the paddle the rest of the way. Definitely suggest using lubrication and a Sawzall, because I was not being able to get it. I ended up just getting as best I could with the razor blade and then folding it up until it just kind of popped out, and that's why I had a bunch of extra glass around the clips, because I couldn't get the razor blade in under the clips. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try and do my best to answer them, but you know, definitely not a professional. Definitely not. I guess we'll see how this works out down the road. Hopefully not on the road. Alright, thanks for watching.